first YouTube live. I'm driving for a long distance right now, going from Orlando to Miami, and I decided to take a moment to um, have a quick conversation with you guys. For last almost a year, I've been thinking about this topic, especially in last 3 months: career journey, career growth. Um, those two are very dear and near to me. The reason I'm going live, first, I'm driving long distance, and then second, so that I can quickly share the information with you without needing a long editing window. So, career journey for me is you finish your college, you go job, and from first job to second to third, finally you settle into the area where you enjoy the job as well as what you wanted to become. And to me, it's all to start with your college, and then from the college you get into this early stage of your career, 3 to 5 years, where you're working really really hard, either to get into the position or get into the type of job that you want to. For me, that time was not fun initially, because after my engineering, I couldn't get a job. They were all asking for 3 to 5 year of experience, and I was like, give me a job so I can get an experience. So I started. The first job that I got was an EPBX repair technician. Not fun job, and then soon they recommended me, my employer, that if I'm interested in a marketing job. And I was like, I'm an introvert. I don't even like talking to people. Even in my friend group, I would listen and not have much of the conversation when I was in college. So a marketing job for me was suicide, but I still did it. I thought I will be in the market, I will be moving around, I will be meeting more people, and it was not fun. But somehow I survived about 10, 11 months, and then I went into a computer course. And then since then, I have been in this computer programming world. Um, and my first few years, um, I was spending 10 hours, 15 hours. It became a passion. Um, but in those 3 to 5 years, I spent all my energy into work and growing myself in terms of the skills, in terms of my own confidence about programming, what different type of project that I can do, and interview preparation. I changed about 5 different companies in those 5 years, including those marketing companies. And then I got settled into a job that I really like, and I started growing within that company. My next milestone was to become a leader, team leader or a manager. So once you finish your 3 to 5 years, the next stage is the next 5 to 10 years, where you are getting into a position you want to. And for different people, especially in the programming, you will find there are hundreds of different ways you can grow or navigate your career. Um, you can grow vertically as the senior programmer, team leader, managers, technical managers, or on the same line, you could also do the senior programmer, architect, to become a scrum master, a product owner, or a solution architect, or help your marketing team. Um, because with each marketing team, when they in the software, when they go to meet their customer, they need some kind of technical person who can talk technical as well as keep it very high level so that the customer can understand what we are talking about. So that line is also fascinating. It all depends what you want to do. So that's where we will take a deviation. So first 3 to 5 years, and then next 5 to 10 years, there are hundreds and hundreds of options. How do you find what you will like? And that's where I will introduce the first concept of self-awareness. And what I mean by self-awareness is um, dig deeper into who you are and what kind of work you like, what kind of people you like, and it can start as simple as using 16 personalities or disc assessment to understand um, your personality and your behavior and your behavior traits. And then more deeper level, there are journaling, there are coaching, there are hundreds of different exercises that you can go through to meet yourself and relate yourself to more deeper level. And the combination of things that you could do, and it can take months. It's not an easy process. It become very difficult. The exercise that your coach will give are also difficult. They sound easy, but when you really want to go deeper and reflect, it takes time. So anyway, self-awareness is an exercise which obviously takes years. But what you're trying to find is what your natural tendency is toward, what kind of job. And as an example, I did marketing. I got so much out of it, but being an introvert, at least at that time, it was not something that I would have enjoyed as a long-term career. Similarly, if I try to apply that same logic here, if a programmer not keen um, to meet people every day, then they may not enjoy that technical marketing area. And also that was me as well, and that's a good information to share here. There was time when I really like creating things myself, whether it is a program or a plan or whatever. I like doing it myself, my hand, and later when I became manager and senior managers and moved to different areas, it was hard for me to delegate things because I still wanted to code, and I did my freelance project to continue with that creation process. But anyway, my point is, if you are one of those people, then you want a job which keep you close to the computer, where you're creating programs, you're doing um, the architectural work, that type of thing. So self-awareness will allow you to understand what type of work you enjoy, and then what one of the outcome and one of the most important outcome that you're looking at is what gives you energy and what takes energy from you. So some of the work that you will do, you will feel naturally excited after that, and you want to do more of that work. So again, 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, in by your 30s, you have an idea what type of work you like, and then your next goal, again, I'm talking different phases. By 40, you have you try to get into the position that you want to grow yourself into, right? So in first 3 to 5 years, you're just hustling, you're just getting into a a place, and then for next 10 years you're growing into that space, you're trying 10 different things, you just trying your best into whatever comes to your way. Then by 40, what you want to do is to settle into a position or trying to get into a position where you want to grow. For me, that was the manager position, and not the technical managers. More than that, I want to be into a position where I can influence end to end a project. In my current position, I engage at the initiation level where we talk about an idea and then we convert that into an initiative, epic, and the stories. And I have my involvement at that level. And then I also have my involvement at the execution level through my team, Scrum Masters, and how things are working and sprints and all. And then um, I also have my involvement at the delivery level where working with the QA people, working with the market, and working with communication and so many other areas to make sure that the new idea is delivered to the market. So that was important for me. And by now, I know that title doesn't matter in this case, um, because my title and what role I'm doing are probably different. But what I like about my job is I'm influencing at all level, and I like that end-to-end um, connection, connecting the dot. That's what I tell. Describe. That's how I describe my job. I connect the dots. So you have to find that type of clarity about yourself. That which area, which particular type of role that you will enjoy. So by 40, you want to be in that type of role, and to be able to do that, and that's where I will introduce the second concept, which is what I call as self leadership. So in self leadership, by now, by your self awareness, by all the research, you know what you want to become. You know what you will like. You also know that what's you in 10 years looks like, right? Your dreams are set. To achieve those dreams, that's where your self leadership comes into the picture, because you will be taking a lot of trainings, you will be managing your time, you will be setting a lot of goals, you will be setting um, um, your execution plan, and day-to-day time management, day-to-day plan, weekly, monthly, all that will be necessary. Um, Again, your weekly, monthly reviews are necessary. So you will have to go do all that, and you will do that by leading yourself every day, every month, every week. That so you will treat yourself as a team someday. You will treat yourself as a brand other day, and you will set goals and tasks and milestones that you will have to achieve using all these different techniques, right? And then you will also have to lead yourself to do things that are outside the comfort zone in this type of scenario or in this type of work. You have to work on your interpersonal skills, your problem solving attitude, and you have to create your network. You have to go out and talk to people. You probably have start acquiring new skills like writing, speaking, um, and those may not. But those may be outside your comfort zone that you will have to work really, really, really hard on that. So you will need a lot of leadership skill to lead yourself. Um, and I've gone through that journey. So it's not easy to lead yourself. It's not easy to inspire and motivate yourself to do things that are going to help you, impact you in a year from now, 10 years from now, right? Exercise is a very simple example that everybody knows that if they spend an hour a day, or if they work out today, the results will be uh, fantastic in a year, in 5 years from now. But we don't do so. It's very important that you look for those type of things. Um, inspire yourself for be able to do all those things. So again, good discussion. I wanted to do this live so that I don't have to go back and edit and may not and feel not ready to publish this. It's a good idea, and it could have been delivered far better, but I'm done waiting to be perfect. I just want to start sharing the ideas that I have. So just to summarize before we finish it, career is very long, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. It all start with your education. You finish your education, and after that 3 to 5 years, you just put so much work, hard work, get into a company, get into a position where you can grow. Once you're done that, then your next 5 to 10 years is exploring all different areas. And what I mean is, let's say you started your programming career as a front end programmer. So in next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna gain all the skills related to that. You're probably gonna try other areas as well, such as DevOps or full stack developer or backend. You want to get deeper into all different skills that you can acquire in next 5 to 10 years. You want to try so many other things. You want to understand how the product owner are collecting all these ideas and requirements, and how scrum masters are working. So anything and everything in your area, you want to get that understanding. And then by 40, you want to figure out that this is the area, this is the path, role that I will grow myself into. And then you just focus on that one stream, and then you develop yourself there, and you just keep growing yourself exponentially at that point. And you will use all different information related to self-awareness, and you will use self-leadership as a tool to be able to do everything that I have said, and to achieve your dreams and your goals. So fun talking with you. Let me know in the comment, what did you like about this conversation. And then what are your questions? I will respond to each and every question. I will create more videos based on your recommendation.